Good evening, everyone. Quickly settle down yourself. Settle down yourself fast. Turn on your videos. Turn on your videos, everyone. Settle down yourself. Is my voice clear? Is the screen visible? Tell me yes or no. Yes? Okay. चलिए बस 1 मिनट का इंतजार है और उसके बाद हम क्लास को स्टार्ट करेंगे। तब तक आप सभी हमने जो क्वेश्चंस किए थे ना लास्ट क्लास में डायरेक्ट प्रपोर्शन के, वो सारे क्वेश्चंस आप लोग रिवाइज करेंगे, क्विकली रिवाइज करेंगे। ठीक है, आप सभी वो क्वेश्चंस एक बार रिवाइज करेंगे और फिर आज हम आपको सिखाएंगे इनडायरेक्ट प्रपोर्शन। राइट, टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न इनडायरेक्ट प्रपोर्शन and then we will practice questions ahead. Yes, Rachna? Yes, Rachna?
My camera is not enabled, ma'am.
Okay, dear. It's might be some internet glitch. Yes, Gehan?
When I'm on, the camera is fully blurred, ma'am.
Okay, no issues, no issues. If one or two of you cannot turn on your cameras, there is no issues there. Topic that we were doing was direct and inverse proportion, right? You also call it as what? Unitary method. So in your book, you can see the other name, right? You can see the other name. Either it would be written unitary method in your book, or it could have written direct and inverse proportion in your book. Both have the same type of questions. Yesterday, we learned about direct proportion. Today, we are going to learn about inverse proportion. Okay? And what does inverse proportion means? What does inverse proportion means? Inverse proportion means when see, if the value of quantity, if the value of quantity or amount, not value but quantity, if the quantity increases and the value decreases, vice versa, okay? Vice versa. Anurag, beta, if the screen is black, do exit and rejoin. Anurag Mazi. So, inverse proportion means what? Inverse proportion means that if the quantity increases and the value decreases, inverse, vice versa. One thing is increasing, other thing is decreasing. So, it is considered to be inverse. It is considered to be inverse. Yesterday, we learned that if the quantity is increasing, value is also increasing. Quantity is decreasing, value is also decreasing. That was direct proportion. But if quantity is increasing and value is decreasing, quantity is decreasing and value is increasing, then it is inverse proportion. The relationship between the indirect relation. Okay, indirect relation between the quantity and value is termed to be inverse proportion. And what type of questions you will get and how you will consider that it is direct or indirect, right? Suppose if I ask you that 10 kg of rice is consumed by 25 persons. 10 kg of rice is consumed by 25 persons in a month. In a month, if there is 10 kg rice, so 25% can survive on it. If the number of persons increases, suppose some guest comes in my house, okay, some 5 guests comes in my house, and now the 10 kg of rice which I used for the whole month, if 5 more guests came to my house, will this 10 kg rice work for whole 1 month? Tell me in the chat box. If I have more people in my house, some guests come in my house, so will this 10 kg rice work for 1 month? No. This 10 kg of rice shall be for less than 1 month. And this is how we come to know that, acha, this is inverse, because when the person increased number of days, it decreased. Number of persons increased, it decreased. Suppose you are in a family of 4. You are there, your mother is there, your mother, your father, and your sibling. 4 of you. And you have brought 4 ice creams that, yes, I will have that ice cream. Each one of you will have one ice cream. But suddenly, if 2 more cousins of yours comes to your house, so what you have to do? You have to this. You will say, ma'am, I will go and buy another ice cream. Okay, that is another thing. But suppose if we have only that 4 ice creams and 4 people, so they will have one each. But as soon as the number of people increased, now the quantity will what? It will decrease. Now you cannot have one ice cream each. Now you have to share, and now you will get less proportion of the ice cream. And this is the concept of indirect proportion, that when the number of persons, the quantity is increased, so the value will be decreased. Yes, Sahil, sharing is caring. I'm not asking you not to share. You have to share and you must share. But this is just a concept of indirect proportion, that one thing increases, so other thing has to decrease. If one thing decreases, suppose um, you had you were in the family of 4 members and you bought 4 ice creams and your sibling said, no, I will not have it. So you will enjoy 2 ice creams. Number of members decreased. So you got more ice cream to eat. And this is indirect proportion. So yesterday, many of you asked me that, ma'am, what is the purpose of knowing that this is direct and this is indirect? The purpose of knowing this is direct and indirect is the formula. And how? I will tell you by writing the question on the board. Okay? See, suppose I have a question. 30 men can do a piece of work in 16 days. In how many days 8 men Okay. First, you will tell me the answer and then I shall tell you how to solve it. Okay. First, you have to solve it and then I shall help you in it. Quickly, everyone. Only 20. Harshit, Ritvik, and Swastik. Very good, beta. First three to answer me. But only 20 of you have given me the correct answer. Okay, see dear. See how we will be doing it. 30 men can do a piece of work in 16 days. 30 men can do in 16 days. In how many days 8 men do the same work? So 8 men will do it in how many days? This we have to find out. Now, think for your common sense. That 30 men say it has become 8 men. Less men. So if less men, then more number of days. If I alone paint this room, it will take more time. But if I take help from anyone and two of us paint the room, it will take little less time. If three of us paint the room, it will take more less time. That means more men, less time. So less men, more time. And when there is one quantity is less and another is more, I know it's what? It's inverse proportion. And inverse proportion is what you do? Whatever values are given, you will multiply. So 30 into 16 you will do. 30 into 16 and upon me 8. 30 into 16 upon me 8. And now you can simplify it. 8 1 is 8 and 8 into 2 is 16. I am left with 30 and 2, right? So 30 into 2 is 60. 60 days answer. 60 days is your answer. As easy and quick. Any doubts? Do let me know. Yes, Parthiv. Yes, Pardev, quickly. Pardev, I'm not
Ma'am,
unable to.
ma'am, you can explain it again, please.
Yes, for sure. Wait for a second. Yes, Sarvika, quickly, dear.
And again,
Okay. Okay, those who want me to explain this again, please lower down your hand once. If you want me to explain this again, please lower down your hand. Yes, Vardhan.
reverse only.
Pardon, beta.
Inverse means reverse only, ma'am.
Inverse means opposite relation. Okay.
But not reverse, ma'am.
Reverse, you can tell. Yes, reverse also you can tell, but exact meaning is opposite relationship. Vice versa, that we say.
Okay.
Yes, Sahil.
Which
Sahil
pair is missing?
Shivanya.
Ma'am, which pair is missing? That number we have to take in denominator, ma'am.
Yes. Like what you have to do, what's the short trick? So if men and days are given, so you will multiply men and days. And then if men you have to find out, so you will divide it by days. If days you have to find out, you will divide it by men. I'm explaining this again, but if you have another question, you can ask me. Yes, Anurag Malji?
Because here 30 into 16 is equal to 480, then 480 upon 8 is equal to 60.
Yes, you can do like that also if you want. Yes, Advaya Patil?
Ma'am, what about the remaining one?
One. Beta, if one is in the denominator, so it does not have any value. So the answer is only 60. Okay, Advaya?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Okay. For those who wanted to get the explanation again, see. The question says 30 men can do a piece of work in 16 days. In how many days can 8 men do the same work? So I know that 30 men can do any work in 16 days. 8 men for sure will take more time to do that work because less men, more days, more time. And this is why this is called inverse proportion. So you will multiply men into days. So 30 into 60. So it becomes in a traditional way we call it total work. Okay, total work. So it is the total work that you have to perform. And now this has to be performed by 8 men. So 30 into 16 upon me 8. Now you will simplify it. 8 1 is 8 and 8 into 2 is 16. I'm left with 30 and 2. So 30 into 2 is 60. 60 days is my answer. Option D. Option D, 60 days is my answer. Yes, Ayana Jain. Quickly.
My doubt was that in the terms of x and y, if we are uh, if we are imagining that x and y are the numbers, so at that time, what will be the formula of inverse proportion?
Formula of inverse proportion beta, same. See, we call it x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. Okay, this is the formula of, if you ask me in terms of formula. So this is the formula x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. So 30 men is for 16 days, right? 30 men is for 16 days. So this is X1. This is Y1. Why X and Y? Because one is men and another one is days. That's why X1 and Y1. This is 8 men. 8 men. Men could be considered X. So this is also X, but this is X2. Second quantity of men. Now what I have to find? I have to find how many days. I have to find Y2. I have to find Y2. So this is the formula for it. You can call it the short trick as well. So X1 into Y1 is equal to X2 into Y2. So in order to find Y2, this X2 shall be divided. So directly you will do 30 into 16. That is X1 into Y1 upon me X2. You will get 60 as your answer. Yes, Sarvika? Quickly. Yes, Arav Sharma.
13 and 16 will get 48. Then we can divide by 8, will get 16, no, ma'am.
Yes, beta. Yes, Sahil.
Ma'am, if in question number is not given and on the alphabet are given, so what we can do?
Number is not given, only answer is given. Matlab?
Ma'am, alphabet is only given, not the number.
Number is given, beta. 30, 16, 8 numbers are given.
Ma'am, I am asking about if they gave the question where the number is not there. Only the alphabets are.
Okay, okay. Sahil, if you have such question, please do send me in the asked out, okay? Yes, Aditya. Aditya Kishore. Devayush. Devayush. You have raised your hand and you're not asking your doubt, beta. You are walking on the street, I think. Faltu mein you all raise your hand, huh? Okay, see. What happens, Ashiri? Quickly, beta. I have to move to the next. Sahashri, quickly, dear. Beta, Devayush, if your mic is not working, please do ask in the chat box. Sahashri, you can also ask in the chat box. I have one more question. A cyclist moving at a speed of 35 km per hour covers a distance in 15 hours. How much time will he take to cover same distance at 21 km per hour? See, a cyclist is moving at a speed of 35 km per hour, covers a distance in 15 hours. If the speed is 35 km hour, you are taking 15 hours. What if the speed becomes 21 km per hour? Then your time will be how much? And here you go. Answer me quickly. Quickly, you can answer me. Okay, Mahazini, Anurag, and Charan. But only 3 of you have given me the correct answer. There's so many of you have given me the wrong answer. Oof. Yes, Mahazini, what happened? This was the short formula, right? X1 into Y1 is equal to X2 into Y2. A cyclist is moving at a speed of 35 kilometers per hour. So, if I cycle at a speed of 35 kilometers per hour, it will hardly take me 15 hours to cover a distance. But if my speed becomes 21 kilometers per hour, if my speed decreases, so common sense is that if less speed, so you will have to take more time. If the speed becomes less, so time will be required more. That means this is inverse proportion. And if it is inverse proportion, we will use this x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. So 35 into 15 is equal to 21 into y2. That means the new time 35 into 15 upon may 21 is equal to y2. This 21 will come to this side and becomes divided. 21 and 35 both comes in the table of 7. So 5 and 3. 7 3s are 21, 7 5s are 35. And 3 1 is 3 and 3 into 5 is 15. So 5 and 5. 5 5s are 25. 25 hours is my answer. That is option B. And it is as simple and easy. Yes, Advaya Patil.
Sorry, ma'am, by mistake, I raised hand.
Vardhan Tej. Vardhan.
Ma'am, you wrote 2 times he.
Pardon, Mita.
Ma'am, you wrote in the question 2 times he, ma'am.
2 times 3.
How much time will he take?
Okay, if I have written something like that, I cannot find it out, beta. Yes, Devayush.
I was absent for so many days. So what to do? I can.
Watch the recordings. Watch the recordings, Devayush. Yes, Kavya Shahi. Quickly, beta.
And can you explain it one more time?
Pardon, pardon. Yes, Sherlyn.
And one more time.
Got more time. Okay, I'll see to it. Okay, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt in this question, beta? Everyone got the concept? Everyone got the concept, right? Yes, Kavya.
Ma'am, I did not understand the question. Can you explain me the one more time?
Yes, beta, for sure. See, the question says a cyclist moving at a speed of 35 kilometers per hour covers a distance in 15 hours. So, if a cyclist is at the speed of 35 kilometers per hour, he takes 15 hours to cover a certain distance, whatever the distance is. How much time will he take to cover the same distance if the speed changes to 21 kilometers per hour? I have to find what is the time when the same distance is covered at 21 kilometers per hour speed. So, because the speed has decreased, increase. And that's why we will use inverse proportion, because there is opposite relation between the quantity and value. 35 into 15 upon me 21. 35 and 21 both shall be simplified by 7. So 7 5s are 35, 7 3s are 21. 3 and 15 can be simplified. 3 1 is 3 and 3 5s are 15. I'm left with 5 and 5. 5 into 5, 25. 25 hours is the answer. 25 hours is the answer. Okay. Giving you the next question. Here you go. And please try to take the screenshots. Tomorrow we shall do with the PPT. Okay. This is a previous year question. 12 men can do a piece of work in 30 days. How many more men will be required to do it in 20 days? This is a bit interesting question. Read the question carefully, okay? Read the question carefully and then you can find the answer. Starting poll for you. Quickly. 12 men can do a piece of work in 30 days. How many more men will be required to do it in 20 days? Okay, 23 of you have given me the correct answer this time. Anurag, Atvik, and Harshit. Very good, dear. So many wrong. Oof. Okay, let's see, beta. Let's see. Men can do a piece of work in 30 days. How many more men are required to complete the work in 20 days? So if from 30 days, now you want to complete the work in 20 days, number of days are decreasing. If less time, so more men. If there is less time, so you will require more men. And this is being asked that how many more men? So first let us take out that total how many men would complete it in 20 days. So 12 into 30 upon May 20. 12 into 30 upon May 20, right? 0 say 0 cut. 2 ones are 2 and 2 6 are 12. I'm left with 6 and 3. 6 3s are 18. 6 3s are 18. Total men required to complete the work in 20 days is 18. 12 men are already working. 12 men are already working. I need 18 men. So how many more men I require? 18 minus 12. That is 6 men more. Right? 6 men more. Option C. 6 men more. Option C. Yes, Sanskriti?
The meaning of cyclist?
Helpless? Pardon, beta? Sanskriti? Sanskriti, I'm not unable to get your voice or doubt clearly.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of cyclist?
Cyclist, okay. Cyclist, one who cycles, beta, cycle. Cycle, bicycle. Okay, one who rides the bicycle. Yes, Rishikesh Reddy?
Ma'am, can you explain this again?
Yes, beta, for sure. Yes, Preetham?
Ma'am, can you explain again this question, ma'am?
Yes, beta, for sure. Okay, see. 12 men can do a piece. How many more men will be required to attend 20 days? Beta, please turn off your mic wherever it is. So I know that 12 men can complete a work in 30 days. Now, to complete the work in less time, I need more men. So less time, more men means indirect proportion. Beta, I think Preetham or Rishik Reddy. I think either of you, your mic is on, beta. Please turn it off. Preetham and Rishit. Not Rishit, Hirikesh, I guess. Hirikesh. The last two students who turned on their mic to ask it out. Please do check your mic and turn it off, beta. Okay. So 12 men can perform a work in 30 days. So how many men will perform in 20 days? So 12 into 30 upon 20. By what formula? X1 Y1 is equal to X2 Y2. 12 into 30 and upon me you will take X2. So upon me you have 20. 0 से 0. Cut 2 and 12. Cut 6 times me. 6 into 3 is 18. 6 into 3 is 18, right? Anyone else, any doubt there? Yes, Gandhi Reddy?
Ma'am, this like 6 is there.
Just give me a second, beta. Just give me a second. Yes, now you can tell me, Gandhi Reddy. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, we can also divide like 6 is there. Now we can divide in the tens or ones.
If you want to do different calculation, beta, you can. It can be done. Yes, sir. Aditya Kishore. Yes, Aditya Kishore.
Can we divide 30 by 6 to get the correct answer?
32 by 6. No, beta. 32 by 6, why you will divide? Actually, the question is asking how many more men will be required. So 12 men are already there. Total men needed is 18. If 12 men are available and I need 18 men, so total 18 minus 12, 6 men will be needed. Okay? Yes, Kahan?
Simplify 20 is coming in 10 table 2 times and 30 is coming in 3 times like that, ma'am.
Yes, you can feel that way also, but zero से zero काटना is far more easier, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Harshit, quickly, dear.
Ma'am, how did the 12 come?
Harshit, beta, I'm not able to get your voice. Please write in the chat box. And it's a request. I don't know, because of some internet glitch, I'm getting sound of your parents, beta. So please, everyone, check your mic. I'm getting sound of your parents. Your mother and father are talking in the background. So it's a request. Please do turn off your mic, beta. I'm unable to find out whose mic is on. I'm unable to find it. I hope now you have turned off your mic. How did this 12 come? Beta, this 12 is here written. Question was asking how many more men are required. Total 18 men are required. 12 men are already there. That's why more men required is 18 minus 12, 6 men. 18 minus 12, 6 men. Okay, giving you one more question. This is also from a previous year and this is easier. A man takes 3 days to walk 45 kilometers in how many days will he walk 75 kilometers? Here you go. Answer me in full. Quickly. Only 21 of you have given me the correct answer. Shivansh, Advik, and Jahan. Very good, beta. First three to answer me. And this was a trick question, beta. Because when you read this question, you will get to know that this is not indirect, this is direct. This is direct proportion. See how. A man takes 3 days to walk 45 kilometers. In how many days will he walk 75 kilometers? The distance is increasing. If I need to walk 2 kilometers, I might take 1 hour. If I need to walk 4 kilometers, for sure I will take more than 1 hour. If the distance is increased, more distance, more time. More distance means more time. And for that, what you will do? You will use the formula of direct proportion. And this is why yesterday I told you that it is important to read the question and understand that whether it is direct or indirect. So when I read it, I got to know acha, it is direct. So I will use the formula for direct. This one we learned yesterday, right? Cross multiply. So 45 kilometers in 3 days. 45 kilometers in 3 days. 75 kilometers in how many days? You have to find this. Just cross multiply. So what you will get? Y2 is equal to 75 into 3 upon me 45. I just missed one step. Why? This 45 into y2 you will multiply, right? So y2 will move to this side and 45 will come in the denominator, and this 3 shall be multiplied by 75. So 75 into 3 upon me 45, and now you can easily divide it, simplify it. 75 and 45 both comes in the table for 15. 15 5 is 75, 15 3s are 45, and now 3 and 3 cut and left with only 5. 5 is my answer, option C. Yes, Vardhan. Everyone, please take the screenshot, note it down, and if anyone has any doubt, do ask me. Yes, Vardhan.
Ma'am, but 75 and 45 will come in 3 table also, ma'am.
3 ka table. Yes, beta. It comes in the table of 3, but I will use the easiest method. What I told you every time. I have to do the questions quickly. And 15 ka table, of course, almost everyone knows if 15 3 is 45, 15 5 is 75. Why to go for 3 if I can go for 15? Yes, Advaya Patil?
Explain it again.
Yes, beta, I can explain it again. Yes, Rachna?
Ma'am, we can simplify with 5 also, ma'am.
Yes, beta, if you want, you can simplify it by 5 also, you can simplify it by 3 also. But I want you to practice to simplify using the greater number, because it will help you to reduce the time in examination. Directly cut 15 5s are 75, 15 3s are 45, and 3 and 3 cut, 5 is left, 5 is your answer. Okay, let me explain this once more and then we will have our next question. A man takes 3 days to walk 45 kilometers. In how many days will he walk 75 kilometers? Right? So if 45 kilometers in 3 days, 75 kilometers in more days, distance is increased, time will also increase. I will use formula for direct proportion, because one thing is increasing, so another thing is also increasing. 45 upon 3 is equal to 75 upon me y2. Now cross multiply. So y2 will become what? 75 into 3 upon me this 45. Simplify it. 45 and 75 can be divided by 15. So 5 and 3. 3 and 3 cut and left with only 5. 5 is my answer. Quickly note this down and then I shall give you the next question. Okay, giving you another question. This is of RMS previous year question. Those who don't understand beta, please do raise your hand and ask your doubts, okay? And if you're understanding it, then well and good. Hey, Shivansh, Harshit, and Anurag. First three to answer me. Very good, beta. Okay, let us see how we will do this question. How many persons will be able to live for 50 days on food which is sufficient for 400 persons for 10 days? That means if more persons are there, the food would work for less time. The food would work for less time. And if more days are there, so the question is being asked that 400 persons can survive for 10 days on the food. For 10 days on the food. Now I have the same quantity of the food, but for 50 days. How many persons can survive now? I have to take that quantity of food not for 10 days but for 50 days. How many persons can survive on it? So for sure it's indirect proportion. It's indirect proportion. 400 for 10 days. How many persons for 15 days? 0 से 0 cut. 5 1 is 5 and 5 8 is 40. I'm left with 8 and 10. 8 into 10, 80. 80 men. Option A. 80 men. The question was simple. If 400% can survive for a certain amount of food for 10 days, now amount of the food remains the same, but you have to survive for 50 days. That is enough for how many persons? So of course, if more number of days on the same food, so less number of persons would require. Yes, Advaya Patil?
Ma'am, my answer is 200.
Answer is 200? No, beta, it's
Yes, ma'am.
80.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Sansriti?
Ma'am, you wrote 8.
Beta, 5 1 is 5 and 5 into 40 is 8 and 8 into 10 is 80. Yes, Latika Shri?
Explain again. Now I didn't understand. How?
Okay, beta. Yes, Rishikesh? Rachna?
1. Ma'am,
Can you explain this how it
Okay, got it. Those who want me to explain this again, please lower down your hand. I'm explaining this again. You can lower down your hand. Yes, Ritvik. Yes, Ritvik. Beta, you're not audible to me. You can ask in chat box. Yes, Sahashri. Sahashri, you're not audible to me. You can ask in the chat box. Okay, explaining this again, beta. How many persons will be able to live for 50 days on food which is sufficient for 400 persons? Okay, 400 persons for 10 days. 400 persons for 10 days. I have certain quantity of food. Suppose 400 packets of bread. Suppose. So that packets of bread is sufficient for 400% for 10 days. But now the question is being asked that same number of packets of bread, I have to use it for next 50 days. So if the number of days will be increased on the same amount of food, persons will decrease. Use the indirect proportion. X1 into Y1 is equal to X2 into Y2. So 400 into 10 upon में 50. 0 से 0 cut 5 and 40 को you will divide. So you will get 8. I'm left with 8 and 10. 8 into 10, 80. 80 men is your answer. Okay? Yes, Ashri? Ashri, you're not audible, beta. I think there is some issue with your device. Okay? Okay. So everyone, please note this down. Take the screenshot and tomorrow we are going to practice mixed up questions for direct and inverse. And before giving you the poll for each question, because we will be doing it from PPT, you will have to find out that whether that question is direct or indirect. So everyone will practice from their book. Okay? Everyone will practice from their book. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.